Here, my Tottenham player ratings, that 2-2 draw with Manchester United in that second half was entertaining, to say the least. So frustrating that we couldn't quite hold on through poor defending. But let's get into it. Vicario, I'll give a 4. I think he's at fault for that second goal a little bit. Yeah, it should be a lot higher up in his line, having said that, poor marking from the whole back line, which is, of course, frustrating. But no, his distribution a couple of times was a little bit poor. Nothing too bad. He wasn't like awful or anything like that, but it wasn't his best game that we've seen recently. It's always hard to keep the high standard that he's now set himself, though. Porro, I'll give a 4. I think it was one of his worst games for a while. Unfortunately, I really like Porro, but I thought he was poor on the ball. I just think he was just, second best in every department, really. So again, I gave him a 4, like with Vicario. Romero, I'll give a 6. I think yellow card and, lost his head a little bit with that tackle out of frustration from just after conceding. But done well not to get sent off. Unfortunately, come off injured. Hopefully, he's okay. I don't think it's been talked about too much yet how he is. But I'll give him a 6. And I'll give a 6 also to his partner in Mickey van der Ven. Not his finest game as well. Some passes going astray. And, that back line ultimately struggled to deal with the likes of, Mbamo in particular. Spencer, give a 5. I think it just don't look right with him at left back. He's done very well up until now, don't get me wrong, defensively. I think he's great in 1v1 defending. Just, we lack that balance. It doesn't feel right. It always feels like he's on the wrong side. I think he's so good usually at left back, we forget he actually is, custom right back. That's his bread and butter. But for me, now it's time to see a doggy come back into the team. He's better going forward. I like Spence defensively, don't get me wrong. So Spencer, give a 5. Paulinho, I'll give a 7. We know his game, and in terms of it's not all about the passing, but he's neat, tidy passes today. Didn't see too much of the tackling or dirty work because we had most of the ball. Sarah, give a 6. Again, I didn't really notice him in the game too much, both in a negative or positive way. But as the game went on, you did a little bit more. His energy and legs in midfield very key, and just that powerhouse of this midfield. Johnson, I give a 6. Frustrating game for him. He did lack quality at times. There's a couple of things he done well. Don't get me wrong, but he needs to show a little bit more from him. Not the worst game though, so I give him a 6. Simmons, I give a 7. Thought he was really good in that first half. Probably our best player, or one of them anyway, in that first half. Faded in the second half. Frank's substitution was booed to bring him off for Tell, but turned out to be a good decision. Shows you what fans do know, including of course myself. I didn't boo, but reality is we know nothing compared to Frank. But Richarlison, I'll give a 7. Really difficult for him. I'll give him a higher rating because that goal he scores at the end, which Alderweireld does well for, but the reality is a couple of chances in that first half, really frustrating. He's such a frustrating player to watch. One, I give a 5, strange one, brought off at half time. Hopefully he's okay, it's not an injury or anything, but same time he wasn't in the game, so you have to change something or take him off. Frank took him off. Substitutes, Alderweireld, really impressed with him recently. I give him an 8, comes on and gets a really big assist. The doggy as well, give an 8 assist. Bensko comes on, I give him a 5, didn't really have too much in the game, was good though. Danso, non-applicable, didn't see him for long enough. And Tell, give an 8, fair play to him, great to see. That was a really good goal. Got the rub of the green with deflection, but still going in anyway for me. Those are my player ratings.